how does one stay fit, stay reasonably healthy without like feeling deprived all the time? Like, okay, I love Oreos, or I love pizza, or I love, whatever. And I feel like if I'm going to get fit and stay healthy, then I never get to eat another Oreo, and I never get to eat another burger. And like, how do people balance the fitness / nutrition piece of what we've just been discussing with like living life and enjoying life?
I have a hard time with saying I'm never going to do this or never going to do that. Life is life, and we want to have some fun, right? And one of the ways we enjoy is through food or some adult beverages. Speaking from my own experience, when I was at a time when I was really, really like ripped and fit, like 7% body fat, 172 pounds. Well, the things I had to do at that point in my life, I mean, they're pretty extreme, regimented.
Right.
And at that time in my life, I was willing to do it. Now, me, like most people, as I get a little bit older, I'm not willing to do those things, okay? Because I like pizza, and I want to have it sometimes. But we have to your question, I want to say, how do we reconcile this not being deprived? Well, we've got to think about a couple of things. We got to think, what's your goal? Again, do I just want to be a little healthier? Okay, that's one thing. I want to be ripped. I want to be, this or that. There's a cost to all of this, right? Our goals and what we have to give up to get there. Now, if those two things are at odds, and often they are, people want to like have this amazing ripped physique and be able to do this, but they don't want to watch their food. Those two things don't really exist. So we have to kind of go, a lot of times it's like, do we really want that goal? Do you want that? I mean, you may want it. Good. Now let's start talking about what's going to support you to get there nutritionally, recovery-wise, exercise. If those two things are at odds, and they often are when we have these big goals, you're not going to get there. You're going to become that person that just exercises more and more and more and more, doesn't eat very well, and then they're frustrated because they're in this middle ground. Well, if we can come to terms that, okay, here's what I want. I want to lean out a little bit, or I want to, we set a real goal that's measurable. And then we come up with a way that is going to support that goal that you can do, that you're willing to do. Again, I'm never going to eat pizza. I'm never going to eat burgers. Well, you can.
Right.
How often do those things need to be in your life to be fulfilling? So can we make that structure, that life that gives you enough pizza and burgers, that is still going to allow you to have that goal you want?
See, that's your background coming in. There's philosophy in what you just said. There's a philosophical approach that I love, by the way, of what you just said around, like, how often do you need the burger to feel like fulfilled? If you have a burger every 2 weeks, you know what? I bet you could build a program that that people can accomplish their goals by having a burger every 2 weeks, or whatever the number is and whatever the food is. If they're honest and if it's realistic, you could probably build a program.
Well, and that burger every 2 weeks to me sounds pretty reasonable. Like as far as, well, but if you said, I want to have, pizza 3 nights a week, a burger the other 2 nights a week, right. I don't want to eat breakfast, or I'm going to drive through and get this. That goal, we really got to do a lot of work on that.
Well, I've uncovered my problem.
But that goal would have to be dialed back, because it's going to be totally at odds with how you're living your life.